Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the MDQuilter Knits podcast. I'm Beth and I'm your host, and I have so much to talk to you guys about today. I am so sorry that it has been such a long hiatus from the podcast. I have just been busy doing other things. I've been busy doing a lot of knitting. I have been sample knitting. I have been test knitting. I have been knitting for myself. I've just not been inspired to record though. But thanks to some friends, I have been re-inspired to reinvigorate the podcast, and hopefully we'll have lots of fun. I have some ideas of things to do, just to keep things fun. So I have a few finished objects to show. Sadly, a lot of what I've been knitting have been samples, so they have gone to their proper homes, and some of them are still secret, so I can't really share those with you, and I'm not going to share all of my acquisitions because that would just be hours and hours and hours, but I am going to share some of the fun things that I've gotten recently, and some things that are coming up. So let's get started with the knitting. I guess we'll start with some finished objects. Let's see. Let's start with the smallest. I knit a Musselburgh hat. This is the Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague. And I knit mine using Queen City Yarn Company, their Slumber Party colorway. Slumber Party is a special colorway that they did for Stockinette Zombies, one of their birthday kits. And I think they still do produce this colorway, but oh my God, look at those speckles. Oh, just gorgeous. This is their No-Da sock base. So it's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and I think it's about 463 yards, which is typical for that base. Yeah, lots of fun. I can see myself wearing this coming winter. It actually looks kind of decent on me. I am not a hat person. All right, that's number one. Number two finish. I knit the Rituals sweater by Locatelli. And mine is super long. It was a super fun knit, pretty quick too. And the yarns I used are Magpie Swanky DK this is the Velvet Underground colorway, and this is Bougie Beaver. And Bougie Beaver has become a favorite of mine. This is a pretty good representation of the coloring. So yeah, so this pattern, like I said, is by Locatelli. And there's a nice lace pattern here in the Velvet Underground colorway. It's kind of hard to see it. There we go. I think that's gonna help. There you go. Nice lace pattern. And then the stripes with the Bougie Beaver and the Velvet Underground. I will try to pop in a picture of me wearing it. And that was super fun to knit. I knit it. I'm actually going to the Zombie Knit Apocalypse retreat at the end of June. And one of the challenges is called twinning. And I twinned with my friend Valerie. And she made a lovely version of the sweater using Suburban Stitcher yarn. So yeah, we both are very happy with our finished sweaters. And then another twinning project that I did is the summer Shandy. So this is a nice summer t-shirt. I will probably get a lot of wear out of this. There we go. I used Suburban Stitcher in her sock base. The light color in the lace is called Boardwalk. And then down here, this is Swamp, this lovely swampy green. And that's a nice representation of the color here. Lots of beautiful, beautiful speckles on the light color. Yeah, this pattern is by Willams. She is Just Run Knit on Ravelry and Instagram. She is also half of the Stockinette Zombies and one of the hosts of the Zombie Knit Apocalypse Retreat. And this was also a twinning project, and I twinned with my friend Cindy. And she used Leading Men Fiber Arts yarns for hers. So yeah, so we both have pretty sweaters to wear at the retreat. Looking forward to that one. All right, so the last big finish that I'm going to show you, this was kind of a monumental undertaking. I decided, so you might remember, let me go backwards a little bit. You might remember that I did several advent calendars again this year, one of which was from Miss Babs using her Sonatina base and the Prismatic color. I think it was the Prismatic colorways. I believe that's what it was called. And I decided to do a granny square blanket. And I'm not going to open it all the way up. This thing is massive, but I will show you the border treatment that I did for it. So there's the borders. There's nice granny stripes. Yeah. So all of the squares are from the Miss Babs Advent calendar from this year. And then the gray and plum yarns are Cascade, Heritage. Hang on, I have it right here. Cascade Heritage. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And this is the gray that I used. I used up every last bit of the plum color. So this, I think it wound up being the equivalent of 18 skeins of yarn, of sock yarn, something like that. Yeah, it's a lot of yarn. It's very heavy. You can see it's folded over several times. This started out being just something for me to throw over my little couch, to put over myself if I got a little chilly up here, and has turned into, my friends jokingly call it like a king size blanket. It's not quite king size, but it's pretty darn big. But I love it. Oh, it's so soft. Oh. And the granny square pattern is just a simple granny square. I used Natalie Koons Nitty Natty's pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I will link it. All right. And I used a join as you go method that I will also link down below. All right, so that's what the little smattering of what I'm going to show you that I've finished. And let's get into some works in progress, what I'm working on. We'll stay on the blanket theme. I have resurrected, if you guys follow me on Instagram, which you should, you will know I have resurrected my mitered square blanket. Yes, I have. And I am, during the month of May, I am adding at least 1 square a day. And here we go. I have finished 3 more rows on this. I'm on the downslope of this, so my rows get shorter. because I'm doing a corner to corner diagonal. I'll pop in a picture of what this looks like laid out from a few years ago. I don't have a very recent picture, but at least you'll see how I'm doing it. But I am down to less than 150 squares left to add into this. So my plan for this blanket is to finish it, number one, during Stash Dash this year. But this blanket, the first block was knit on August 6th, 2011. And I am hoping to knit the very last square for this on August 11th, 2021, which will make it exactly 10 years from first block to last block. So that's the plan. And I just love it. It's so much scrappy goodness in this. And I do love me some scrappy projects. All right, so what next? Okay. So this is going to be really difficult to show because it's modular. I am knitting a pattern called the Moduloncho. It is a pattern by Shana of Shana Lines Designs. And this is the first panel. So what happens is it's a front panel and it's garter, it's going to stretch. So there's two panels that are identical. This is the front one. So it goes all the way down here. And then I am just about finished the second panel. All that I have left to do is to add these little shouldery things and then attach it. And then you pick up all the way across, add a welt, and knit down, and you wind up with this very modular poncho. So this is my main front and back forward panels. This is the yarn that I'm using. It is by Fishbelly Fiberworks in the color Zombie Unicorn. And this is on her current base, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards-ish. And there's Fishbelly Fiberworks. There we go. So my welt color is going to be this lovely teal. It is called Tranquil. And it is from Leading Men Fiber Arts on their Showstopper base. The I-cord edging is going to be this lovely starlit color. And the little ridges are, it's not my lip gloss be poppin'. It's color that I used in my gnome, and I can't remember exactly what that color is, but it's some leftovers that I'm just using just for those little stripes up here on the end. And then my last color is going to be this beautiful purple. Look at that. Oh, luscious. And this is the Soliloquy base. So this is, the color is Mary's Jam, and it is 657 yards to 150 grams. There we go. I love it. It's going to be beautiful. So this has kind of been my car knitting project. And now it has to come out of the car because it's going to be too big. And I'm using a bag from Mrs. Brown's Bags. And I can't remember, I can't remember what colorway this is. I have no clue. No clue at all. All right, my next project on the needles is a test knit for my friend Kristen Drucker. And she's Knittin' Kristen. And she has designed this absolutely lovely pair of socks. And there we go. They're called the Building Blocks socks. And I've gotten through the heel, and I'm about halfway down the foot, or waiting, you know, halfway to the toe decrease. Super excited. This is the first sock. I need to finish it by the end of next weekend. And the colorways, these are from Queen City Yarn. And this is the, let's see, this is the Berry Hill base. There we go. Berry Hill, and it is 80% American Merino, 20% alpaca, excuse me. And it comes in 50 gram skeins. I'm using two colors. This is rose gold for my light color. And this is poché. And I just love them together. Ah, so pretty. Yeah, so super excited about this. I'm hoping to finish these sometime soon. Sometime this week, this one. And then I will maybe take the other one with me to the retreat and finish it at the retreat. I don't know. Or I'll finish it beforehand. Who knows these days? This is right now going to go probably come with me in my car because I need to have a car project. And this bag is, I can't remember who it's by. I want to say maybe Little Bitty Delights, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll look it up, but look at those cute little pastries. But the colors are the exact colors of my sock. So yeah. So we have a pair of socks on the needles. And then the last work in progress I want to show you, well, that I can show you, is a test knit. It started out as a test knit for Locatelli. Sadly, I have not finished it, but the pattern has been released. It was a really quick turnaround, and she really wasn't expecting everyone to finish. But I was able to provide feedback because we had some issues with stitch counts. But this is the beginning of my long summer cardigan. Oh, I love this. So I'm using Spud and Chloe Fine for the background. And then I'm using Slub Yarn. Slub Yarn from Direful Yarns for my stripes. And I'm actually going to use two different colors. So I have this stripe or this little set of stripes, and then there's another thing that happens, and then another set of stripes that goes around it. And then I'll go into a different color for my slub. So this is the color that I'm currently using. And this color is called, hang on, let me pull out my, all right, so this color is called, easy for me to say, right? Hang on. Let me find it. It doesn't say what the colorway is. It was a fun name. Oh, there it is. Wow. Sorry. This is called Trespassers Don't Get Cookies. There it is. Trespassers Don't Get Cookies. And she only had one skein of it, so, and I really wanted to use this. And I needed right around 2 skeins. So I picked up this. And then the other color that I'll do is Sugar Plum's Revenge. So those are going to go really nicely with each other with that gray. And here's and Direful Yarns. Let me get a better shot of that logo. There we go. All right, and they can be found at direfulyarns.com. And then this is the yarn for the main color. And this is by Spud and Chloe. It's their fine base. And It's colorway 7823. And the fiber composition on this is 80% superwash wool and 20% silk, which is also the same fiber composition that Joji used in her, when she originally designed the sweater. She used a Lola Bean base that is 80-20 superwash merino silk, or superwash wool silk. All right. And that is living in, let me just put it back in its bag. In this adorable bag. I think I got this from Wild Strand Crafted. Yeah. Yep, Wild Strand. There's their label. And look at those coffee cups. Aren't they cute? Coffee cups. And then a beautiful like salmony pink waxed canvas bottom. Nice drawstring and handles. 2 handles. So nice and protected. All right, so that's all that I have for whips for you today. I am working on, I'm looking over there like 3 other things, but I cannot show them because they are either secret test knits or they're samples or I just can't show everything. I'm sorry. So let me show you what's coming up on the needles. What I'm gonna be doing coming up soon. So Caitlin Hunter released a new pattern recently called Baltian, and it's this fun dolman sleeve crop top with beautiful color work across the front, and the color work is done holding 2 strands of mohair together. And she decided to marl her mohair, and I'm actually going to do the same. But I knit this as a sample for Magpie Fibers. And their sample is in the Ghost Horse colorway with Evil Beaver as the held double for the mohair. And it came out really pretty. I do not have a picture of it blocked though, but hopefully I will soon. But mine, so I was not excited about this sweater until I saw it finished. And then I saw it on some other bodies and I fell in love with it. So I decided I was gonna go with Swanky Sock from Magpie in Highline, which is this beautiful, like taupey gray with beautiful colored speckles. And then for my mohair, I'm gonna hold Evil Beaver and Spicy Beaver together. And I think that's gonna look amazing. We played around with different color combinations at the shop for this. And, and first off, we decided we were like, oh, soiree would be beautiful, that beautiful deep pink. But then we thought, oh no, that's gonna get lost in the color work. So we wanted something that's like almost completely different, but goes so well. And I think it's gonna be great. And I have like a hot pink dress that I can wear it over. So I really think it's gonna be cute. Very much looking forward to that. Alrighty, what else do I have coming up soon? Oh, I am gonna be doing a test knit. I'm in a test knit with, for the first garment that Anne Valley has designed. It's her Blossom sweater, and this is Anne from Little Skein in the Big Wool. And she does this amazing worsted weight base that is 100% Targi. Oh, I wish you had like touch of vision here. This is so squishy and beautiful. This colorway is Avonlea. Trying to get to a good, oh, there we go. Look at that, this beautiful like lavendery pinky color, and then bam, these beautiful light gold spots in here. It's amazing. And this knits up so wonderfully. So yeah, the sweater that's coming out is called Blossom, and I am one of her testers, and I will be casting that on soon. I've actually swatched, and I'll be casting on hopefully this week. So I'm excited about that. And I did a preview knit for Isolde Teague. I guess, I don't know if it was around the beginning of this. Yeah, it was around the beginning of this year. For her Brunstein pullover, which is a beautiful colorwork sweater. And for my payment for that, I ordered some Tuka wool. This is the Tuka wool sock, and I have been wanting to try this for a while. And I love this green and teal and like gray combo so much. So I am going to knit the Forsythian sweater, which is by Jennifer Steingass, Knit Love Wool. And this is my main color, the green. And then I'm going to be using this teal color for the main color work, and then the gray for like a secondary color work. And I'm really looking forward to starting that at some point soon. Oh, this Tuka wool is wonderful. Yeah, so I have enough to knit myself a sweater out of that. And I'm super excited. Excited to try a new to me yarn. All right, and then I think that's it for what's going to be coming up soon to cast on. So let's just talk about some other acquisitions. I pulled some random things that are just, I really like the yarns a lot. So I saw this on Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady. I saw she received, I think it was this set as well, from Polka Dot Creek Yarn Company. This is the coffee shop. This is coffee shop with spruce and chocolate as the minis. And this is just, it just sang to me. So yeah, so I'm going to make myself some socks out of that, I'm sure. And then, well, we'll just stick with what I've seen on Crazy Sock Lady. You'll see a theme. She brought, she was sent some yarn from, excuse me, I apologize for the crinkling, from Mace of Skeins, and I went to their website and fell in love with this tulips set. It's a 50 grams per skein. So this is basically like 2.5 skeins here. And this is the tulips colorway. So all of the colors that are in the in this multicolored skein are then broken out into these half skeins. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this yet, but they're just, these are my colors. This is my palette. So, and this skein is on her club base, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. Just beautiful. And I also have some more yarn from her. This is also on the club base, and this colorway, oh, this is a wild card. So this is a one of a kind. Look at those purple speckles. Oh, purple and teal. Makes my heart sing. And then this one is on her Spade sock base, and it's Pixie Sticks. And this is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Look at the purple and pink. They all just sing to me. They're so pretty. I am in love with those. All right, so, oh, and then in that same order, I got a sock set. It's a 50-gram sock set, so it's 75% merino, superwash merino, 20% nylon, 25% nylon, sorry. And there's a 50-gram skein and a 20-gram skein. And this is her Cherry Blossoms set. So look at those speckles there. Oh, yummies. And I kind of live near the land of the cherry blossoms. That's her ball band. Mace of Skeins. So pretty. These, of course, are going to be socks. All right. And then I think the last K related, with the exception of Summer Sock Camp, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Mandy's Makings. She does these fun share a pair sets. And this one is called Afternoon Tea. And the idea is you buy the share a pair set and you get 2 of these sets. One for you and one to send to a friend. So I sent the other half off to a friend. And I'm not sure when we're gonna do our socks, but we will. They're so pretty. So it's 2 50-gram skeins here. So yeah, lots of fun. I love this colorway a lot. I also got her May set, but that is put away somewhere, so I'll show that at some point. Okay. So another enablement that I got was on Star Wars Day. So during my hiatus from the podcast, I discovered The Mandalorian and I fell in love with The Mandalorian and just gobbled up all of the episodes and cried in the last episode, and I just can't wait for more from that part of the Star Wars universe. But on Star Wars Day, May the 4th, Big Sky Yarn Company put out a set that is Mandalorian themed. So everything in here is Mandalorian related. And I apologize profusely for the crinkling, but I can't not show you this. So from Little Bitty Delights, we have the most adorable charm set, little charm. Look at that. Oh my God. That is so stinking adorable. And it's sparkly. Can you see the sparkles? Look at the sparkles. It's as sparkly as my nails are. Baby Yoda. Well, Guru. Little donut. It's so cute. I think I may have bought the set mainly for this. But shh, don't tell anybody. Okay. So I joined a sock club this year from Farmer's Daughter Fibers. She does Sock Squad. So every month I get a set. It's a 100-gram skein and a 20-gram mini. And she's doing, she chose 3 different bases. So we'll wind up getting 4 skeins of each of 3 different bases. And the idea is to knit 3 pairs of socks each quarter. So these are for the second quarter. I did knit the first quarter socks, but I couldn't put my hands right on them today. I'll actually post a picture here of the 3 pair that I've already done. But this is her April skein, and it's on the Pintler sock base, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards to the skein, and this colorway is called Lone Larch. It's being blown out a little bit. Sorry. There we go. That's a good color. I haven't decided what pattern I'm going to use yet, but I'll figure it out. The nice thing is that you don't have to knit a skein each month or a pair each month. You can knit all of them in one month or separate them out however you want, as long as you have all 3 pair done by the end of the second quarter. And then the May skein is in, this is fast becoming a new favorite base of mine. It is called Bear Paw Sock, and it is 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. And oh my God, this colorway is called Say Hello to My Little Friend. Is that not gorgeous? Oh. And Julianne the knitter, I think that's her name, that's her Instagram name. She's coming out with a new set of sock patterns that I'm like, I might have to use those. Because they use minis and main colors. Look at that Sock Squad label. Isn't that cool? Love it. All right. So because I'm doing that, I decided to take a break from the Desert Vista Dye Works sock challenge. I've done it for 4 years straight. I needed a break, so I'm taking a break. But because I did post 100 Instagram posts last year that were related to the Desert Vista Dye Works Sock Challenge, I was able to pick a skein of my choice, and I chose National Emo Day. And this is on her Viso base, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You ever get tired of hearing me say that? And 463 yards to the skein. It's 100 grams. And this is just fun stripes. So I'm looking forward to knitting that up one day. And because I did all 12 months of socks last year, I received number 63 of 100 in this limited edition run. It's the exclusive colorway for the 2020 challenge, and it's called Someday. And it's so pretty. And I don't feel like I'm going to spoil anybody because y'all should have already gotten it. And here's, there you go, 2020 exclusive colorway, Someday, number 63 of 100. And this looks like it's going to be beautiful to knit up. So very much looking forward to that. Okay. I think all I have left in acquisitions is talking about an event that's, oh, wait a minute, I am wrong. So yesterday I decided, well, I had to take a road trip to Frederick, Maryland, and I had to drop off a sample to Magpie Fibers. And then Stephanie from Asylum Fibers in New York City had posted on Instagram that she was going to be doing a trunk show at the local yarn shop up in Frederick. So I decided to go and stop by and see her. I haven't seen her since Rhinebeck of 2019. I met her the first time at Indie Untangled in 2017, I think. And that's when it was super duper crowded. And she kind of pulled me into her booth because it was crazy crowded. And we talked for a little bit. And I actually wound up winning a giveaway that she was doing then. And every year I make it a point to stop by her booth at Indie Untangled. And yeah, so super fun. And we follow each other on Instagram now, and it's like you do. Anyway, so she was doing this trunk show, so of course I had to buy some yarn. Oh my goodness, they're gonna blow out. Okay, we'll do it back here. So this one here is on her twisted sock base, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 400 yards to 100 grams. And this is called It's Electric. Every time I say that, I want to say, it's electric, boogie, woogie, boogie. So yeah, this amazing highlighter, like, it's like a package of highlighters exploded in the best way possible. So yeah, so I am really looking forward to knitting this up into some socks probably. And then This one is on her Merino DK base, and it's called Pink Poppin' Chaos, and it's a one-of-a-kind run. And you don't know how hard it was for me to not buy all of them to knit a sweater out of this, because it is just gorgeous. I'm going to bring it close. Look at those speckles in that like beigey golden color in here. Oh, amazing. So I have a skein of like a swampy green color DK weight. It's like a bronzy swampy color, and it's from a dyer that I am not going to promote at all, so I won't even say who the dyer was. But I had already bought the yarn when they became problematic, and I don't want the yarn to go to waste, so I'm just going to use it and not say who it is, but it'll go beautifully with this. Oh, so pretty. Like I said, this is her Merino DK base. It is DK weight, 231 yards to 100 grams. And it is 100% superwash merino, and it feels amazing. And when I pair that with the other yarn, I also have a couple skeins of Surrey silk from Suburban Stitcher in a color called Slime, which is this gorgeous, super bright green, like neon green. And I'm gonna make, I think they're called the Snuggle Socks by Maxim Sir. He did the Snuggle Israel cowl, and it's socks that are in the same, done in the same way as the Snuggle Israel cowl. And yeah, so excuse me, I am hoping to make those, and they'll be nice winter house socks for next year. Alrighty, let me also show you, so the new Lina magazine came out. This is summer 2021, and when I saw the patterns, when they did the pattern preview, and I looked at them, I was blown away. There were, I think, every sweater pattern in here I want to knit. Every single one of them. And every single one of them is refreshingly size inclusive. So I can knit any of the sweaters in here and, you know, not have to worry about doing any sort of modifications or anything like that, because they're all very nicely size inclusive. And that makes me so happy when these publications really strive for inclusivity in all ways, including sizes. So, so I'm flipping through here one day, just looking at the patterns, and I was like, oh, look at that. Magpie Fibers did themselves a full page ad. Oh, look, isn't that pretty? And I was like, that's cool. And then I kind of looked a little closer, and I'm like, wait a minute. I knit that sweater. I also know the person that's there, but I knit that sweater. Yeah. That's one of the samples that I've done recently for Magpie. This is their feather base here. And they're, of course, highlighting feather. And the pattern, I believe, is called Mousseau. It's an Espace Tricot pattern. It's a free pattern. And it's the Bougie Beaver colorway. Yeah, so gotta love it. Yeah, so that was kind of exciting to see that. It's always nice to be surprised to see your work somewhere. My work is famous. Okay, are we ready to talk about Summer Sock Camp? I did Summer Sock Camp last year. It was the first year that Kay hosted Summer Sock Camp. I had so much fun with it. Of course, I bought all of the merch for it last year. And of course I had to buy all the merch for it again this year because, you know, of course you need a new logo. You got to have fresh merchandise. And she actually had four makers that are sponsoring, did sponsor products. and 2 bag makers, 2 dyers. I'm still waiting for one of my skeins of yarn to come, and that's from Susan from Desert Vista Dye Works. It is on its way to me. I do have tracking on it. I think it's going to arrive tomorrow, but I didn't want to wait any longer to record this podcast. So yeah, so that'll be a pretty self-striping yarn. I will pop in a picture. It's the Summer Sock Camp yarn. And also Mandy of Mandy's Makings, or Amanda from Mandy's Makings, did a gorgeous, gorgeous colorway that is called Summer Sock Camp 2021. Come on. There we go. And this is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. There is 462 yards in this large 100 gram skein and 92 yards in the 20 gram skein. So I'm looking forward to making some socks with these during summer sock camp. Imagine that. And Carrie of Stolen Minutes had fabric done with the Summer Sock Camp logo for Summer Sock Camp 2021 on this absolutely adorable pink gingham fabric. And you flip to the other side, and there it is on the other side as well. And as always, Carrie has the black and white lining and the stitch marker holder there, and the tape with her name on it. Yep. So this is going to be a super fun bag for one of my camp projects. And then Vita of So Crazy Crafter, who is actually kind of local to me, which is super cool. She did Summer Sock Camp bags also, and she does these amazing embroidered bags. I just love her bags. And so she embroidered the logo on the bag. It has a gray interior drawstring bag, nice heavy canvas. So yeah, and I've been told that part of it glows in the dark. Looking forward to that one. And yeah, so this will hold another of my Summer Sock Camp projects in it. And of course, what is Summer Sock Camp without a t-shirt? So I got a t-shirt for Summer Sock Camp. And a mug. Yep. Yeah, so that's what I got. That's what I'm gonna show you guys for now. As far as knit-alongs from last year, I am so sorry that I have not pulled winners for the Shop the Stash First knit-along, as well as for the Gilmore along, for my half of the Gilmore along. I still have prizes here. I am going to pull everything out and pull prizes, and I will announce them on the next episode. Like I said, I'm so sorry for delaying those. They've been nice and safe here, but I've not had the headspace to do it. But I am going to get them out and, yeah, and pull those. And yeah, you might ask why everything's in tubs. I had a pest issue. So I have bought plastic tubs for all of my yarn, and everything is now safely in plastic tubs. Yeah, so this is my sweater wall over here. I'm in a little different place than I used to be. So these, I have lots of sweater quantities here. I'm actually going to put in at the end a video of my space before everything went into tubs. Before I started that whole process, I did take a video of everything out and pretty. So yeah, so that's still there. So you'll get a little bit of a yarn room tour. Other big news, I put my circular sock machine together, and I've been cranking some tubes here and there. So that's exciting as well. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. Like I said, knitting like crazy. Still working, still in the same place. Yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys stayed with me through this whole thing. Hopefully, we'll get things back on an even keel and on an pretty regular recording schedule because I've missed y'all. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing great. Keep on knitting and come back again to see what MD Quilter quit. Let's try that again. To see what MD Quilter knits next. Bye.